Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another race in the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past League. We're in week 4, approaching the end of it, as we have Plasma Kappa and Arier facing off this afternoon between the Tau Roomies and Area 216 out of the Skullwoods division. I am JP, and I am joined today by Talon. How you doing?
Good afternoon. Yeah, it should be a really good match. Two teams at the close to the top of their division.
Yep, Tau Roomies is in second place. Area 216 is in third. So a lot on the line this week. These two obviously want to get the big points, keep themselves in the running for first. Looking at their division, it's actually a bit of a crowd right now in third place. We got a three-way tie at third between Area 216, Go, and Don't Forget to Track Us. With 2 Pearl, 2 Furious sitting just 3 points behind them. Top 4 make the playoffs, and as we're hitting the midway point, that crunch is going to start to hit.
Yeah, this is a time that especially if you've made a few mistakes and filled out other teams, you're really hurting for those points. Can't let it get too far behind. It's too many good racers and too many good teams to fall behind too early. So it's going to be a great race between these two teams.
Yep. So this is spoiler key sanity week. So basically, we're not on a delay today, so you're going to be seeing these runners run live. You actually might even see the runners, or I believe the runners and the pilots are even allowed to hop and chat here if they want to. Though, depending on the runner, they may or may not. But yes, they will have the spoiler logs behind the scenes of these two. We have Artie Walsh-V on Plasma Kappa's side and Big Dunk on Arrear's side. They are going to be basically telling these runners what to do. And in some ways, they've got the harder job.
Right, so when the race starts, the pilots will have access to the spoiler log and will have to very quickly burrow through its contents and arrange a route that's the fastest to get all the required items to get to the end as quickly as possible. So delaying in this is relatively irrelevant, seeing as with the spoiler logs in front of them, cheating doesn't really make a lot of sense. Everyone has access to the same information.
We should be underway any second as their race has started. Just waiting for the delay to catch up. Well, our normal restream delay. We'll see. It's always interesting to see how these runners will start the race. What they plan to do immediately.
Right. A lot of times the runners will try to give the pilots somewhat of a gap of time to be able to peruse the log for some of the front-loaded items that you want pretty early. So you'll sometimes see the runners do a hula hand or just do the walk all the way over to Kakariko to give the pilots time to research and give them information that they need, while still checking items on the way that are along the route.
It looks like Arier and Plasma Kappa are both heading straight over towards CAC. No hula hand from either of them, which some runners like to do because it gives you money, but it is basically about a minute of time. So some runners don't like giving up that minute. Looks like they're trying to farm the guards. The guards must be in a bomb pool. I believe the spoiler log does tell you what the prize packs are. Though they didn't get any drops. That also just might have been them just trying to figure out how quick they can get bombs. But hey, there's some bombs at the tree pool.
Yeah, I don't know if the spoiler log tells you the prize packs, but I know it tells what the tree pool drops are in like the bush crab prizes and such. So that's probably what was going on there. Big key to swamp.
Now that's not necessarily a required big key. That's probably a quick, hey, it's here, grab it. I don't know if you need it yet. Interesting though, the drop down. Okay, I'm wrong on the log. It does not have price pack info, so they just got lucky on those bombs. So area clearing out the whole of, well, almost all of the blinds basement gets a Hera small key and the flippers. Interesting. Let's see if that Hera small key is something though. Cap is not even going for it. Going straight into the well.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Plasma go down for the 20 and the Thieves drop down. I wonder if that was just another move to give them more time to research. Oh, and the Hammer.
It's a heart pickup too, which is not insignificant. A lot of runners will try to route in 4 pieces of heart just for that extra heart container. Looks like our other item is in the back of the tavern. A nice 300 pack. That'll hopefully fill their rupee needs for the seed. Unless there's something on Zora. So, very interesting though that Kappa did not grab those flippers, but looking at our crystals, he's going to need to grab them at some point because Swamp is a crystal. That is something else our log does tell us, is at the bottom. You can see we already know our crystals and pendants. We also already know our medallions as well.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice to miss the flippers. The odds of coming back through Kakariko are pretty high, depending on where some items are and what dungeons are necessary, but you're in the neck of the woods, grabbing it now makes just as much sense. So we'll have to see if that plays into anything.
It's not something he needs immediately, so yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. You're probably going to go back to Kako at some point anyway. Now we're seeing some divergence. Looks like Kappa's going to go for the back of Escape, and Area are heading towards Saha Eastern. Oh no, going to do some flipper checks. This must be a... We're probably going for the waterfall. Does not have Zora money.
It might be a good indication that Zora's nothing, if you're choosing to go grab it now.
And there's small to ice. Small key to ice is not insignificant either. It's nice to have at least one of those. And the ledge has bombs. Why is Harry going for Zora? He's only got 340 rupees. Unless that was not bombs on the ledge. It was a flute on the ledge. It looked like a bomb to me. Okay. I just caught the curved left edge and it looked like a bomb to me. That's why. Yeah. Hey, Uncle's got the bow. Now we're gonna see Aerie head to grab that Moon Pearl from the back of Escape. So that will be Dark World access. But Kappa is heading for the front of Escape.
Yeah, the ever wanted 5-minute Dark World access.
Yeah, even in a normal race, this would have been pretty quick Dark World access if you went to CAC and then did the back of Escape immediately. You could have had it sub 10 easily, so.
Yeah, with Bow and Uncle, it's a pretty generous start.
There's the small to swamp. That is absolutely required. The interesting thing of this routing is Aerie, by grabbing that flute a little earlier, is going to have some better movement options over Kappa to start this seed.
And with the flute locked behind flippers, logically, I mean, without the ability to do a splash delete, it's doubly interesting how Kappa didn't grab the flips the first time through. I wonder if it was just an oversight.
Yeah, it might have been. They might have just not gotten to that point in here yet and just completely forgot about it. Or I forgot about it, but like I said, just didn't get to it yet.
Right, and that goes back to what we were saying in the beginning, that the pilot perusing through that log really has the hardest job, because if your runner's already past that point and then you catch up in the log and realize, oh, there was something there, that's time you've got to go back and try to recapture.
Both runners heading to the Dark World. Looks like we're going to make a stop in Skull Woods. So let's see what goodies come out of Skull Woods. There's some powder. That could be a safety or could be a required item. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, speaking of safeties, a lot of times, there's the mitts and pinball room. A lot of times with the pilot or with pilot races, you're going to complete it on relatively a low percent of hearts. So safeties like powder, especially if they're on the way, are worth stopping around to get for mini runners.
And considering that Kappa did not grab that powder, either that was just a safety or maybe another oversight. We'll have to wait and see. I think the way he was setting up there makes me wonder if it was accidental the way he routed it.
Right, without a key to get out of that room, being in key sanity, it was possible just maybe a miss move. We'll have to see.
Ari goes and picks up that bow, but does not go into the front to pick up the small key to Swamp. Again, that's this. Again, coming down to the runners have not gotten to that point in the log yet. I mean, their pilots have only had this log for 9 minutes, and they're basically early game. They're just trying to route things in, and at some point they'll probably try to get, as we can see, the big key to desert, which is required. At some point, they'll probably try to do something that can give their pilot a little time to just read the log. But it looks like that powder is going to be required. Let's see what Ari gets off of the magic bat.
Yeah, that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Of sometimes runners will do things like a hula hand or something out of the way to help let the pilots catch up. And with both runners running right to CAC, oh, the mirror. Yeah, that powder is probably required.
Yeah. So, let's see. We still haven't seen a dungeon yet, but we don't have a lot in terms of keys. This area is... probably gonna grab that desert big key as well. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, with flute, mitts, and mirror, you can get in the desert, though no fire rod or lamp can't finish it.
Also, with flute lamp, and hammer, it's possible to get to the east side of Death Mountain. So it'd be interesting to see if there's anything up there that would pull our runner's attention.
That is true as well, yeah. Eastern Death Mountain would be available. Dark side as well, though no hookshot means hookshot cave would be off the table for now. But yeah, it looks like the mountain climb. So, likely won't be seeing Hera unless there's something right in the front. Because no fire source, even if there's something in Hera basement with that Hera small key, they can't get it yet.
That's a good point.
Yeah, both runners still sitting on 3 hearts green mail. Yep, no Hera for the time being. It looks like Kappa's gonna head back to Dark Worlds. So more divergence.
Yeah, I would think Kappa's probably going to try to grab that powder, knowing where the mirror's at.
Oh yeah, Kappa can't get over here just yet. So. And that's unfortunate because this leads to the mirror. I mean, he's going to have to do another save and quit. At least he's got the flute now for a little bit better movement. There we got a small key to Turtle Rock. Need at least 3 of those. Another hard piece. You know, I got the big key to Thieves, and that's it. Now, Thieves is a pendant. So, that means that something is locked with Pendant Thieves.
Yeah, with the big key being the thing they picked up, it could be on blind, it could be attic. It's interesting.
Could be, looks like it's Green Pendants, or Green Pendant Thieves as well, so could be on Zaharsala. Also, Kappa, remember to grab a little bit of magic while in Skullwoods because you need a little magic to use the powder.
It's a strong heads-up play. I know it's happened to me several times, and but there's plenty of other runners that can say the same, where you've gone to Magic Bat and been, whoops, no magic.
Yeah.
I'm pretty guilty of that when I'm trying to like open Mire. Oh.
Got another small key. This one to Pod. We need at least, depending on what's in Pod, we need at least 1 key, I think. If you're just going into Pod to finish the boss, you only need 1, but depending on what else you need to check, you could need up to as many as 4 or 5.
Wouldn't it be wonderful to only need 1 key for Pod?
It would be nice.
Could you imagine such a world?
Yeah, you almost never. Well, no, you pretty much never see that in normal races.
No, no way.
I mean, maybe in some kind of entrance rando where pod is your last dungeon go mode, and they stuffed all the pod keys somewhere. So Kappa's making some similar, going around a similar routes. Looks like we might have something at purple chest because I don't think Ari wanted to do that just for 50 rupees. Well, Kappa's going to do the front of Thieves Town. No big key, so cannot do the back yet. What do we have in the purple chest? Another small key to Thieves Town. Meanwhile, Kappa got the hookshot out of the first chest of Thieves Town, which is interesting. I'll have to wait and see if there's something maybe on the mountain in Hookshot Cave. Or maybe that could just be for Swamp. Maybe he's planning an early Swamp dip.
It'll be interesting to see if there's something in Hookshot Cave that they waited for to get the hookshot first before going up the mountain.
Looks like Kappa's gonna make that same play. Gonna go pick up the purple chest to get that small to Thieves Town. So I think we can safely assume there's something in the Thieves Town big chest. And Chad also bring up a good point. We have not seen any swords so far. These swords must be buried somewhere in this seed. Okay, now Kappa's going up the mountain. He's gonna probably grab at least that Thieves Town big. But let's see if there's any other goodies behind this hookshot.
Surprise Kappa with the hookshot just doesn't just zip across the bridge rather than taking the upper route.
This could be a Hera play.
That's true. With the hookshot and bomb for a hair pot, it's possible.
Well, Ares continuing further into Thieves Town. We only saw Cap open the one chest. There's a heart container. Hey, I have 4 hearts now. And those Zaziks do 2 hearts of damage. Second, we also saw a second Turtle Rock small key. I'd be very careful in this hallway. Down to 1 heart, anything is going to be instant death right now. Nothing in the attic, and we're not killing blind, so it is that Thieves Town big chest. And I think that was a misclick there. I think Kappa wants something else in here. Oh,
Yeah,
big,
at that point, just open them all.
yeah. Big key to Eastern in the Thieves Town big chest. So, yep, that is required. And another small key to Turtle Rock. So we've seen 3 smalls to Turtle Rock now. And Aerie teleported back to 4. This might be a swamp play. And while Kappa's checking out Meyer, maybe going into desert. Nope, we're gonna see Meyer Shed.
Yeah, it could be Meyer Shed, checkerboard. Could see a little bit of the front of desert, depending what's there.
Other heart piece. Just got to keep it picked up, and we got a big key to pod. That's another required one. Quick answer just a question in chat. Yeah, TR has 4 keys, but if you don't need to open lava chest, you can get through it with 3.
Yeah, the Pokey before Lava Chest will drop a key that you can just steal and then walk away.
Yeah, we're seeing Aerie go into. Aerie's going into swamp. Well, Kappa gonna give us a check at the desert big chest. Ooh. There's some blue mail as Aerie takes a death, but I believe it did right at the beginning of swamp, so it might have been intentional.
Only having 3 hearts so far, and with Flute, Mirror, and Flute, Mirror, and Mitts getting into the big chest of desert's not too out of the way. So, I mean, it's a safety worth getting if you're in the area.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially if you're getting something out of a Gina's cave anyway.
A small key to pod. So it looks like. Let's see where Kappa goes. Okay, Kappa's going to join Aerie in Swamp Palace.
Four hearts green mail or 3 hearts blue and not having a sword, I have to assume there must be some pretty good items to want to dip swamp right now.
I think one question I'm still wondering about is where are the boots? I think that's something that these runners will always prioritize.
Area calls me absolutely like no idea what I'm talking about because skips the entire front.
Yeah, that's interesting. You came in here. You're coming in here for something. If you're coming in early, so the question is, what are you coming in here for?
Great execution of the bomb diver down.
Okay, you're coming in here for a cane and a book. So that book pickup on. Oh, there's a fire rod. Wow. Okay, that's why you're coming in here. This is a loaded swamp. And the book pickup is interesting. I don't know if it was just pickup because it's there and I haven't looked at the tablets yet, or pickup because there's something on a tablet. But without swords, you can't get the tablets yet. And speaking about no swords, get ready for mini boss.
The best way to fight Argus, right? Everyone loves a mini boss. Oh no!
that hurts. That's a time loss right there. And
Yeah, I think Ariel's doing the right thing.
yeah, well, you're gonna have to redrain. That's the only disadvantage to leaving right now. But
Right, but I mean, if you assume that your opponent took a similar route to you, he's or she's not sitting on much better of a health situation than you are. I think this is the right call. You could lose a lot of time to trying to force that fight, and the hammer hitbox is not the best.
yeah, that's true. Instead, we're gonna pod Eastern combo. Actually, no, Ares is gonna go into pod. If he goes into pod, cannot complete it because no pod big Q. We saw that in the Myra area.
Kappa again with another great bomb diver down. Does not take the book. Might have just been a muscle memory thing for Aerie.
Yeah, it's a possibility too.
I'm super guilty of that in Pilot, where it's just, this is what I'm used to doing, so I'm just grabbing both because reasons.
So this is an opportunity for Kappa to make up some time. Kappa's kind of lost a little bit with some early routing, but a clean Argus kill here and I'll give him back some of that time. But Kappa will also have to execute the mini boss. I don't think I've seen that strat before.
If bombs would have hurt those puffs, I would have lost my mind.
I think it did hurt him, but it didn't like one-shot them.
I think it was maybe just a misclick. Thought it was on the right item and wasn't. Man, that strat would have been ridiculous.
Some in the big chest, just a heart container, which he'll take.
Yeah, 4 or 5 hearts. You're welcome to grab a heart container, especially if it's on the way. You'll take that every time.
All right, and fortunately, you can get a fire rod shot off, but otherwise it's gonna be. Oh, missed the fire rod. It's gonna have to hammer Argus.
Great fight.
Yeah, very nice fight by Kappa. Gets a bottle, which is a nice safety, and gets the first crystal. However, Ares about to join him. And yep, we're tied up at 1 crystal apiece. Kappa heading back to the village of Outcasts. This might be a play into Thieves Town to get that Eastern Big and Turtle Rock smell.
Here you're going into pod.
Yep. We'll only be able to get some items in here. Cannot clear it because Big Key is in the mire area.
Forgive me, I missed where the sword was.
Oh, I missed that sword too. Where did he pick up that sword?
Chat, do me a solid. It had to be an Eastern, I'd assume, or Sawhouse Closet if I missed that too. Thank you, Lane.
Okay. Eastern first chest. Got another pod key and pod.
Because of course.
Yeah. Not
Okay, so maybe that's just something everyone knows, but that swag walk through all of those hard hat beetles was pretty impressive.
another
Okay.
pod key and pod. Okay, that's not another pod key and pod. I was about to say, come on. That was a desert small though. Interesting pickup, desert small. Something right side desert?
With 2 keys in pod, there must be something buried in the back because you wouldn't need to pick up any other smalls if there wasn't. You just could have grabbed the 2 in here and gone.
Yeah, we might have some. Could be something in Harmless Hellway. Probably not in the big key chest because Ari would have probably grabbed it right there.
Yeah, I agree.
So where's Kappa head? It looks like we're gonna see Kappa do the Eastern Pod combo.
And Kappa having that big key could finish off pod, assuming more small keys aren't needed.
Let's see what Ares found in the back. Another heart container. Up to 6. And another sword. Okay.
Yeah, you called it.
Yeah. Ares gonna have to come back here later to finish this. As he's heading to the mire area now to grab the pod big.
Quit with the desert small, though. There could be something in desert he wants.
That is true, yeah.
So if there's something with the desert small, it could have been a very calculated play to dip into pod first.
Yep, that is very true. We'll see. Yeah, and Aerie actually will have the ability to full clear desert now as well.
It's a very good point.
I was gonna say maybe Mire as well, but there's no Ether so far unless Ether is sitting in deserts. Now the blue mail is sitting in the desert big chest. See if Aerie goes for it. Looks like he is.
Yeah, if it's on the way, I don't see someone missing it just because.
Yeah. Green to blue mail is a big upgrade. You definitely want blue mail. Now, blue to red mail is not as big.
Right. Again, it goes back to the low percentage potential with these pilot races. That blue mail is a lot of people's happy place.
Yeah. Cuts damage you take pretty much in half. A lot of runners will feel fine with that. Alright, what's on right side deserts? Don't think it was the bombs we were interested in.
No, come on, bombs are essential.
If you're F. Coughlin, yes. Okay, the lamp. Okay, so that desert small not necessarily required for these runners, but you'll take that. It'll save you some time in dark rooms as Aerie taunts the duck. Yeah, we may not see Kappa pick that up. Depends on how much he really wants it. In fact, I think at this point we're probably not going to see him pick it up. And there's Kappa's first sword. And we're going to see him go for Helmasaur King, which, with 5 hearts in these dark rooms, is... It's definitely not an easy thing.
Yeah, it's not a gimme fight. I'm surprised Kappa didn't dip into Eastern knowing there was a sword there first.
Well, Aerie with Fire Rod makes really quick work of Land Molas.
Really clean. Great fight.
And that's his second crystal. Now, the big challenge in the pod basement without a lamp is the turtle room. But with Fire Rod, as long as you kind of know your positioning, that's not so bad. You can get the torch lit and see what you're doing. Well, Aerie's gonna save the old man. Old man's got something, but they didn't need it the first time. So let's see what he's got. It could be just a save and quit point, but I think in a spoiler log race, this actually probably is not worth the time to do it.
Yeah, with the flute, the save and quit's not as essential. That was possible to do out of logic. That's an interesting place for that turtle.
Yeah, that turtle is somewhat random. I don't know exactly the trigger. Green potion on old man. Nice safety. Especially if you're thinking Ice Palace here in the near future, but I think Aerie's thinking about finishing that Swamp Palace. I got Kappa taking on Helmasaur King. Little... Oof. Oh, he's gonna bow the last two. Yeah, that got a little
no, that was a little too stressful for me. Thanks.
Yeah. There's our fourth Turtle Rock small, so we don't have to worry about Turtle Rock use. Thelaine explains in chat that it happens if you hammer the first turtle in the basement in a weird way. It'll clip south into the other room. I mean, I can see that actually. Is that first turtle as you come down the stairs and you hit the peg to go around? Okay.
Huh. That's interesting. So, Helmasaur had a small key to Turtle Rock. We know where all the other ones are, and we know that Kappa went into Hera for a TR small. Is that just for fast routing, or do you think there's something on Lava Chest?
Considering where these hairs or these turtle rock smalls have been, you had one in blind cell, one in the one in Hera could be just honestly just convenient. I'm thinking there's something in that lava chest because the keys are just far enough out of the way that you don't want to just grab them.
Yeah, I agree. There has to be something there because once you grab the hook shot and the one other item, no, it was just the hook shot. In
It was the Eastern big was in the big chest, but
right.
even
But you wouldn't have gone all the way over to blind cell if you didn't need it, right? At least I wouldn't think so.
yeah, I don't think you would.
You definitely wouldn't dip Hera just for one if you didn't need it. So I agree. It's interesting to see what's going to be in that chest.
Anyway, as both these runners are going towards bosses, the others has finished. We're kind of seeing where these runners are. I think. It's still very close. I'm not sure who's ahead right now. I don't even think I could call it.
Yeah, the difference is going to be Lenmos or Helma. So Area might think they're slightly behind with the Argus death, but they're doing pretty well.
Yeah, still gonna have to wait and see. Question is, what's next? Like we've basically now we're seeing what they've gone over. We have Ice Palace that's available. I gotta wonder if that's coming up here soon, especially if Ari went and picked up a green potion. That green potion might be an indication of planning to go to ice.
Yeah, that makes the most sense to me. You grab that green as a safety. You don't have to stop by the potion shop and waste money to get it. You just grab it, have your saving quick point as well, and it really helps with not having bombos.
Yep, looks like the Ice Palace play. And Plasma is heading to grab a potion. So I think we're also going to see an Ice Palace play from Plasma Kappa. Or grabs a red potion? That's an interesting choice. I guess Plasma's. I don't know if that was intentional or not. It's just
pretty direct.
It's weird to just see grabbing that. There's Ether for Meyer. Plasma Kappa going with bombs. Nice and clean. Bombs and hookshot, I think, are about the same. Just do whatever you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, I agree. Great Icebreaker by Area. First time, every time.
Big key to Turtle Rock. That's needed. We're still looking for. We still need a Meyer big key. Need an ice rod. Need a bomb boost medallion. Haven't seen boots come up yet, but not necessarily need them.
Yeah, neither runner looking at the torch chest, so I can't think there's anything there that we need it for. So could be a bootsless seed. Muscle memory almost took over for Kappa, but realized maybe doesn't need those arrows.
All right. Ares dropping into the cold stare fight. Going to use some sword beams to help keep the get some extra fire rod shots in. Now sword spins to finish it off. Does have to still be careful. These puffs hurt. Playing it very safely. I think he might have thought he had more hits than he did, but oh, there's Mombos.
Nothing worse than burning a potion than realizing you didn't need it.
Or just looking, I think at this point, Ice Rod and Meyer Big Key. And Ari, is this a Zora play? Oh no, he's gonna go get the waterfall. Nice, a fairy in a bottle. You'll gladly take that. Oh yeah, Shad also bring up a good point. We also still need the GT Big Key.
Nah.
Both runners have their 4th crystals done. I'm guessing a Meyer play is gonna be next. I think Ares gonna go. Ares gonna go take out Helma. I think we're gonna see Kappa go to Meyer. That's my guess. After picking up another potion.
Yeah, safety refill and then probably off to finish Desert Palace.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, I can't do Meyer yet. No Meyer Big.
No, you may be right. Meyer Big could be in Meyer. Don't believe Kappa ended up getting that Desert Small, so you may be right. You probably won't see the lamp on their side. Oh, you called it. You're almost clairvoyant this afternoon.
I mean, you kind of can just see where these runners are thinking based on the things they're doing. So what's in Meyer? So 3 items: Ice Rod, Meyer Big, GT Big. Now this could be a dive to get Ice Rod, get Meyer Big out of Turtle Rock, or could have a vanilla Meyer Big Key, as you mentioned.
Yeah, we haven't had nearly enough vanilla keys. Why not one more?
So definitely have to go hit the switch and go on the left side. It's kind of looks like either lobby or I believe it's the compass chest. I think it's the compass. No, it's the map chest. It's the one basically below the spike room.
Yeah.
Or tempered sword. Okay.
It's worth the time to get. Tempered to mastered is a big difference.
And Burna. And that's it. Okay, he wanted death. Health refill.
Taking the time to go into Mire to get Burna.
It
Something
doesn't.
important probably in Spike Cave, I'd have to think.
Yeah, if you're going just for Burna, I mean the tempered's nice, but I don't think you're going in there just for tempered. So, yeah, I think that might be an indication to Spike Cave. Which also might be why Aerie went and got 2 fairies.
Oh, that's a very good point. If that's the case, that's a pretty heads-up play by Aerie. Because then single-dipping Myers sounds much better.
I think that is exactly what it is.
It's a very heads-up play if that's the case.
Let's see, does he drop to Spike Cave? He does. So I think he's got to be a little efficient with his movements, but the 2 fairies should get him through here with the iframes. We are tied up on the crystal count now. I think we got an idea of where these runners are at this point. If Kappa goes right up the mountain next, then we'll see that Aerie's got a slight lead.
Oh, I thought I almost made it.
But it has that second fairy, so we'll be fine.
Yeah, thought we'd maybe be able to save one. Good movement.
And there's the big key to Meyer.
Wow.
So yeah, that's a heads-up play by Aerie there. He just saved himself a considerable amount of time over Kappa by getting that Meyer big key and single-dipping Meyer.
Yep, that's a big move. I think you still take the time and keys to get the tempered because of the difference, but not having to dip in twice just to grab Burna is going to be a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely. So at this point, I think like I said, we have an idea of where this race is now. Looks like we're gonna have like Aerie having about a minute lead at this point. You know, Kappa using that Burna should have enough magic. Now, I do say a minute lead, but at the same time, Aerie's going to take some time likely to get that tempered sword, so Kappa will make a little bit of time up on that. So actually, we probably won't get a full sense again until we see where the Vidi kills are.
Right, because Kappa doesn't have to wait for the animation to open. It may not be as much of a gap as I initially thought.
Yeah, actually, this could be very close. Actually, Kappa might even still have that lead. Never mind. Yeah, I think once the runners are heading to Vidi, that'll basically be our indication of where this race is at.
Replying to a comment in chat, yeah, it could be, you were talking about the Vidi kills, it could be come down to arrows, but Kappa got a lucky 5.
Aerie's grabbing this chest for the cape, which is a nice pickup. Yeah, he wants that tempered. You're not leaving this without tempered. And yeah, there we go. I think we can say at this point Kappa's got a small lead.
Cape will make Vitreous a little bit easier. Just blink in there with the cape and spin. Save some arrows.
That is true.
But, I mean, yeah, you can just look at the distance traveled right here.
Now here's something else to remember. Kappa did not pick up Lamp. Aerie's got it. So these upcoming dark rooms are going to be very important.
That's a great point. Yeah, Lamp. Seasoned runners, the Lamp's not as necessary, but I don't care how good you are. Dark Mire is terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can see right there, Kappa had to take a little extra time to find that switch. Kappa will get to save a little bit of time because he won't have to hit the first crystal switch coming up here. But yeah, this we'll see where these runners are after these rooms.
Yeah, that's a good point. Homemade Beer in chat made it that with just a single dip, Ares gonna have to hit all the switches to switch the blocks back and forth, where Kappa can just walk through it.
These two are basically a 2-room difference right now. Ooh, that's a little unfortunate. But now they're in the same room. Like, Kappa's lead is basically 2 to 3 seconds. But here's where that cape, as you mentioned, is going to come into play, because Ares is going to have a faster Vidi fights.
Yeah, Tippered Spin's doing their job.
Ares already down Vitreous. But Kappa's not going to be too far behind. These little heads-up plays that are making the difference in this race. The difference between these runners right now is about 13 seconds on their crystal grabs. And they both have just Turtle Rock and GT to do. And I'm assuming that what we're looking for is in those 2 dungeons. Now, one other question. Is that 4th Turtle Rock key needed? If it is, Ares is going to have to go through Hera.
I have to believe it is.
He's not going to Hera, so I don't think it is. Now, you mentioned earlier, too, that it could be just routing. And that is a good point on the routing now, because if it's not needed, Kappa doesn't have to worry about killing the Pokey and will save a couple rooms. Ares is going to start to go kill the Pokey.
If it is just a routing decision, that was an interesting call to go into Hera. I mean, you were up there early anyway, grabbing a couple things out of Paradox, so you were there. It was the opportune, but it's still an interesting call.
Yeah, it is just amazing watching how these little differences between these runners keep pulling one ahead of the other. Yeah, strap in, everybody. We've got a close finish coming up here.
Yep, that's fine with me. I haven't seen a tie in a hot minute. Let's have a tie. Make the admins work it out.
Also worth noting that these two teams still have another game to play today. About 1 hour from now, we've got race 2 of these teams. Jay Misher and Thalane will be playing on ALTTPR League as we see the Ice Rod.
So that's always nice when you can just find the Ice Rod NTR and you know it's there, that you don't have to worry about routing some ridiculous Pendant dungeon for it.
Gonna grab the Chomp's chest. Ooh! Nice timing on that spill. Wow.
And that goes back to the very beginning when you were talking about routing in a couple of opportune heart pieces just in case you need to grab that 4th one.
And actually, Ares pilot Big Dunk is in chat saying that was total just airy right there.
That's fantastic. Kappa not going for the chain chomp chest makes up a couple more seconds.
And if Cap goes for the top pipe in this next room, he's got the lead back. And he does. Another lead change.
So then, yeah, the Hera small or the Hera TR key must have just been for a routing choice. Interesting. That's a great call. It's gonna obviously pay dividends here.
But yes, you still can't call this race either way in the end. Like that small lead for Kappa. Aries one of the best runners execution-wise in this game. So this is going to be a really interesting finish. Again, Kappa doesn't have lamp, but these dark rooms don't matter as much. These dark rooms are actually pretty easy once you know the routes.
Yeah, once you know the route that the platform takes, you can. It's still not free, but it's a lot more. Okay, down. What are the right, down, right, up. You kind of know your motions a little bit better.
I know, Boots. You gotta be a little careful on this bridge, but no problem. And I think we're gonna have a GT big key in GT. Unless it's on Trinix. They are in the same room again.
Yeah, and it wasn't an instance where the runners followed each other's steps perfectly. There was plenty of divergence in the middle game for them both to get back here at the same time. Yes, please.
We're looking at about a 3-second difference. They killed Trinix at about the same time. One question remains: where is the GT big key? As we are essentially even with the 7th crystal. If you want to, get your guesses in chat. I guarantee it's not 22, but you can guess what room you think it's in.
I mean, let's just put Boots behind Ice Armos and put it on the torch. Why not?
Aerith, that little bit of movement is just slightly ahead as the GT sequence opens. Alright, let's watch. They're both going left. Now, it's not in the torch, so... Sorry for those of you who are hoping Boots GT big key.
Can't have anything nice.
I guess it could still happen, but it's very unlikely. Man, these little differences just keep bringing one runner closer than the other. Just wow. Like, it's just amazing to watch right now. Like, it feels like each room the lead is changing.
Yeah, that was a nice block uses with Area. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that either. Looks like a rando room key. Oh. What?
Oh!
Oh my!
Jinxed him.
They're not. It's not even cheating. You have to get the cheating in the boots. Are you kidding me?
I think someone in chat called it.
It's in King's Tomb. I think Big Duncan was just sitting there in chat laughing at all of us.
Oh yeah.
And this is where Aries gonna save a few seconds because of that save and quit point.
Yep. The saving quit to full refill and go as opposed to having to run back out and flute.
Actually, no, it's still maybe a second though, but jeez, I cannot believe that just happened.
This is amazing. That's good stuff. That would have been interesting as the pilot reading through the log and going, "Oh crap." Could you imagine if you're the runner and they tell you that? You're never going to believe this, but...
Yeah,
That's a great point, Hydropower. Could you imagine playing this without the spoiler? And you get those boots and you're thinking, oh, come on.
now you're seeing Aries' movement take over. He's slowly getting a little distance ahead of Plasma Kappa. But the rest of the way is execution now. The pilot's jobs are done. It's all up to the runners. Man. Oh, Aries one of the best at this. I forget where he is on the leaderboard for the NMG run, but he's top 10, if not top 5. Kappa runs out of arrows, but there's 5 right there. Yeah, I'd also bring up one more point with that magic. Because Aries got the lamp. Oh, that's very good points. Going into the Ganon fights, potentially. Aries got the lamp, Kappa does not. If silvers aren't in here, Kappa's gonna have to be very careful on the upcoming Lambo fight and the Ganon fights. Aries in the Landmo too. He's at this point, I think, 4 rooms ahead. Oh, but the Landmos did not fully cooperate.
That's all right. Mopped it up real good.
Now Kappa entering the fight. Also gonna get a 2 cycle. Or maybe I just jinxed him.
Yep.
Yeah. Ares' execution is just amazing. He's... I remember, these 2 runners basically picked up the boots at almost the exact same time. And Ares opened up this lead.
Yeah, but I mean, execution is definitely one part, but like you were talking about, the save and quit point making a difference. The ability to just abuse the fire out on the climb.
And our We got us pilots, or we have the pilots spoiling this a little bit in chat. We're not seeing silver arrows, which is significant going into this Ganon fight because again, Kappa only has Fire Rod, does not have a. I don't think he has a potion for magic either.
I don't think so.
So, what that basically means is you only get 8 Fire Rod shots with a full bar of magic. And you need to get Torch Glitch, and then you're going to have to be very efficient with your Ganon. But right now, Ares in the driver's seat anyway.
It was a 1-3-2, I believe.
I think like Ares' only real mistake in this run was the death on Argus. Otherwise, he's been pretty clean this whole time. Here we go, Ganon fight for Aerie. It should be a 1 cycle to start. Yep, setting up for another 1 cycle here. Already to phase 3. Gotta deal with the predetermined warps now.
Kappa having a great Aga fight, getting ready to drop in.
And there's Ganon's confirmation what the arrows were. Aerie doesn't even need the lamp. He doesn't care. Oh, missed that one. Not a big deal, though.
Yeah, having the lamp in the back pocket lets you be a little more aggressive in the front. The the early couple triples really help too.
And down goes Ganon.
Strong.
Like I said, just a few minutes ago, this race was basically tied, and Aerie's about to take this game. Aerie finishes in first place at the time of 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 3 seconds. We're going to let Kappa finish up his fight here. He did get his torch glitch, so now it's just a matter of getting the spins in. Taking it easy. Got to be a little concerned with the magic. Not too bad. He's got enough shots, but he can't waste them. A few more spins, and down goes Ganon for Kappa.
Great job with that single bar of magic and only the fire rod to push through that. Good fight.
And Kappa crosses with an official time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 20 seconds. And I believe we have... Well, we have our winners in here, Big Area and Big Dunka. GG, guys.
GG, guys.
Thank you. Okay, so let's just start with your initial thoughts. What do you? Well, how do you feel coming out of that race?
We hate spoiler.
I love spoiler, but it's
it's so much more stressful if you don't have the original 15 minutes.
Yeah, no, it's incredibly stressful for the pilot. I hate this mode with a passion, but it is what it is.
We also have Kappa joining us as well. GG to you as well.
East.
Yo, GG.
Yo, GG Kappa.
Yep. I had some plans, but then I heard you were half a room behind. I was like, okay, I don't have any plans anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know how much you guys knew about where each of you were throughout that race.
About halfway through, we started paying pretty close attention because we realized that we made one mistake, and then we had that swap death. So there was some concern. So yeah, about halfway through, we had a really good idea where each other was.
Yeah. I got a small update in the middle of Ice Palace, then leaving T-Rock.
So I think the question Chad probably wants to know, when you figured out the GT Big Key and the boost locations, what were your reactions?
I mean, it's typical. Why not?
It's pretty. I mean, whatever, man. I've done the 1,000 of these at this point. Nothing surprises me.
I wasn't necessarily surprised, but it was, I think, last season as well that the boots were in GT. We didn't need them back then, so it was like double sad. Yeah, I was very happy that we needed them in the end, so that we could have like a proper GT climb with boots. That helped a lot.
Yeah. I was more happy to hear about the 300 rupees next to the boots because I wanted a blue potion.
Okay.
But then I figured I didn't have time to get a blue potion.
I know the one thing that I noticed that was really, that, at least in my opinion, where things changed was you guys double dipped Meyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty big heads-up play, grabbing those two fairies so you didn't have to double dip Meyer.
Yeah, well, that was actually the thing that got us. You know, the GT key is fine, whatever, we have to do it. It's when we noticed that both Cape and Kane were in Meyer, and that Spike Cave had the big key. So it's like, we got to do this one way or the other. So, and then it was just figuring out where bottles were, and those are the only two easily accessible bottles. So, yeah, that was the trickiest part of the entire seed, was figuring that out.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a pretty brilliant play. We were very impressed. The nice part about it was that Kappa had gone in and grabbed the cane and came out, so the time it took them to get the big key and then Arier to get in and open Meyer and go through it and get the temper, you even right back up. So it's just like, we were speculating that was going to be a huge play that may open up a lead, and then it came down to, nope, never mind, they're right back at it again.
Yeah, and then we noticed that you guys picked up Turtle Rock 4, and you didn't have to go all the way around to get the Pokey chest, the Pokey key, and because we were slightly ahead at that moment, and then I looked and it's like, oh wow, they're ahead of us.
Oh yeah. Just kind of caught in the corner of the eye, but yeah. It seemed to have worked out that way.
Yeah, that was another thing we were speculating pretty hard, that, okay, there must be something in Lava Chest for going in there, and then, nope, just a routing choice, and it was a good one.
Yeah, no, that was a really good play.
So, you guys get a little bit of a break. I mean, I guess Ari and Kappa, you guys are done for the day, but Dunka and Hardy Walsh, you guys get a little bit of a break, and then you got to do this again.
We get to do it again in 40 minutes! Yay!
Yeah, good luck with that. I'm just gonna sit back and relax here.
Oh yeah.
This is my penance for not having to do cross keys and Randomizer, is to double pilot. I'll take it.
Yeah. I'd rather take the cross keys myself.
I'm sure you would.
What's wrong with Randomizer? Come on.
Everything.
I mean, cross keys randomizer. That sounds fun.
It would probably be less bad if it was together, yeah. But co-op Randomizer is a lot of fun. It's, yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, and that's actually also a big win for Era 216. It pulls you into a tie for second now. You guys will be playing for sole possession of second place in this next race. How do you feel going into these last few weeks?
It's just like every year, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, it's very top heavy. There's a lot of good teams in there. Next week is going to be especially rough. Yeah, Flame versus Zelga is going to be quite the match to watch. And then
Ooh, yeah, the Lane versus Zelga. Sounds like a very good race to watch for Cross Keys Week.
Yeah, yes, please.
yeah, and then I'll be up against Marty, so it's going to be a rough one as well. And yeah, I hope that in the last 2 weeks we'll be able to pick up a couple of wins to at least cement our place into the playoffs. But yeah, first got to get through next week. Hopefully, pick up at least one of the wins. But yeah, we have one more race this week as well, so let's see if we can grab another one.
Yeah, I think we should probably let you guys go to prep for that, as we need to actually probably wrap up here because we have another race starting in about 7 minutes on this channel.
Thanks, GG, everyone.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
GG, everyone.
These guys, thanks.
Yep.
Thanks for the comments, etc. And
Yep.
see you all next week.
Oh yeah, we need to probably wrap up here because, like I said, we have another race starting in 7 minutes. It will be Triple Down Disaster versus WJP DTB. It will be Top Life versus In the Name of DT. Coming up, like I said, in 7 minutes. So thanks also to our tracker, Scott G, for tracking. Make sure to give the runners a follow for the good show they put on. Make sure to give the pilots a follow because they also put on good shows. And if you want to see the second race of that will be on the ALTTPR League channel at 4:30 Eastern. But yeah, also thanks to my co-com, Talon, for joining me here.
Thanks a lot, JP. Thanks everyone for watching. Again, thanks to the runners for an amazing race. JP, I'll see you later.
Yep, we are racing in the SG Live a little later tonight. But yeah, for the rest of you, I'll be on Action Comms for the next race as well. So stick around, and we'll be starting up in about another 5 minutes or so. So yeah, have a good day, or stick around. Either way.
Thanks everyone.